Meow. Alright. And before we know it, January 8th, 2024 will just be a memory. 256 days without a cigarette, 14 days without drinking, 8 days without smoking weed, 8 days without vaping, 7 out of 8 physical activity, 8 out of 8 flossing, 8 out of 8 meditating, 3 out of 8 core, 0 out of 8 contrast therapy, 2 out of 8 nofap, 6 out of 8 reading, 7 out of 10 physical health, 8 out of 10 mental health, 8 out of 10 career productivity, 8 out of 10 friendships and relationships, 8 out of 10 general happiness. Day 8,015 out of 14,600. Up at 5:30 a.m. Did a 5-kilometer run until 6:10. That sucked. It was raining. And there's puddles. But I did record on my GoPro. So maybe I'll get that one posted up. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just playing. Maybe I never did. Shower, breakfast for about 6:30 with 1, 2, 3 of my friends. Or one of them, not really a close friend, but 2 of them, yeah, they're friends. One of them's closer. There's like 3 tiers of friends. You know, it's like when they really confide shit, and there's one that you sort of know, but you're not really that close, and the other one's just kind of like, yeah, I know you, we're comfortable, we're social, but I don't really, I don't like you that much. Don't necessarily need to like you that much. Anyways, I was at the galley, so having breakfast until about 7:20. Then I was at work for about 7:40. Killing time catching up with people until 8:30 because it's the first time I've been back to work since November. On a different, I had to move to a different spot at work for night routine. And then I was studying uninterruptible power supply, static frequency converters, bus tie relay, switchboards, fuel oil service systems, degassing, and cathodical anti-fouling systems until about 11:30. And I ate breakfast box for lunch. So I didn't have lunch and I didn't have breakfast. I had a breakfast box that wasn't that good for lunch, which was like a pre-lunch because I ended up having a second lunch not that long after that. And then I was done work at about noon, and I was at the galley for lunch for about 12:45. Parked up in my little study cove for about 1300, and then I was working on my insurance claim mess. I was notified about organizing transport, emailing the claims adjuster, Definity representative, finance manager at Campus Accurate, arranging a virtual interview with Emergency Health Services, avoiding EMT Foundation's coursework. Then I had a nap from 2:30 till 3:30, preparing for an interview for the podcast. And then I did the interview for episode number 8, take 1. And I don't have a Microsoft Teams subscription, so I couldn't record. And I didn't record the whole time. And I'm really pissed off that I didn't record because that could have very well been episode 8, but you know what? Whatever. You make that mistake once. Without recording, so I shit the bed. Really well, though. Really, really enjoyable podcast episode. Really a pleasure doing it, and I'm hoping it'll be the first of a couple. And I had supper to go, and I caught up with 4 new friends for this beautiful new year, and then caught up with 3 more friends until 6:15, and I was at the pool for about 6:30. The hot tub and the kiddie pool were closed, so I had to go into just the sauna, which was like really hot, and then just the pool with 2 more friends. And I was there until about 7 o'clock, 1900, so I'm there for about half an hour, 45 minutes. And then I was playing soccer for 45 minutes, and then I was playing squash for 15 minutes, but actually it was about 20 minutes. And then I was chatting with my friend from back home for about an hour and 45 minutes. And then I had a shower for half an hour. Objective journaling, 2300. Jolo, 2315. Meditating, 2330. And I'll be in bed for about 2345. And I am about right on time, actually. Yep. 2 roses. I'm happy to have people to talk to. Like, I rant, but I don't rant. I rant in some ways, not other ways. Or I just anyways. It's just nice having somebody to just rant at times. If that makes sense. And I'm grateful for the opportunities presented to me with this podcast. One thorn, I'm bothered by forgetting my goggles and not swimming. So you know what? I want to go swimming, and I basically just treaded water for a while as opposed to actually swimming because I need to build up my confidence in the water. I don't really like the water. Well, I do like the water, but I don't at the same time because I'm not a really strong swimmer. Anyways, yeah, so I forgot my goggles and then I just didn't even swim. So, one bud. I'm looking forward to discovering a new level of success this year and this month. So, one memory. Back on the farm that I grew up in, there was a safe space in the barn that was like 30. So it was like lower barn and upper barn. The lower barn was like, just concrete, about 8 foot high. The upper barn was like 30 feet high, and like went into the upper barn all the way up this big ladder, across this beam about 20 feet up, and just hidden in a corner, way out of sight, way out of mind. I just sat there for a while, just in peace. It was peaceful. You could hear the sounds of nature all around you. You hear the little mice scurrying around, or animals and crickets and everything. But the world gets bigger. There's not as many peaceful places to relax, but we take what we get. Fitness 2 hours, career 5 hours, living 4 hours, growth 2 hours, rest and recovery 5 hours, and sleeping 6 hours. Day 1 of the week. That's Monday. Done. And definitely avoided bringing this thing out all day, and I'm going to continue to do so because I want to do it, but I don't want to do it at the same time. Avoided doing coursework pretty well the whole day as well, even though I was off 11 hours ago, and like I got a nap in for an hour. I handled some life stuff. 2 hours of physical activity in there, 2 hours of socializing. So 11 hours disappears. It is annoying how fast life is going by sometimes, though. And frankly, I don't think I'm a person to just let it fly by. Get really stressed out. I feel like I'm not doing enough because I'm not. I'm really not. I'm freaking slacking still. I should have been doing coursework today. But probably one smarter. Hopefully I'll get it done tomorrow. I got an interview tomorrow, which I'm really excited for. Hopefully I can get it running. And then hopefully it'll transform my scope for the rest of the month if it all goes well tomorrow. Hope that's the case. But anything interesting today? Anything really standing out? I don't like sitting around doing nothing at work. There's the first day back, and a lot of people aren't back from Christmas holidays yet. And we were just sitting around doing nothing because there was no work to do. And I literally was getting pissed. I didn't want to sit down. I had to move and study something, learn something. I'm pissed I didn't go to the gym either. I could have worked out at work. I should have, but I didn't. Kind of bothered at that, but I could split hairs until the cows come home. But anyways, short and sweet. Yeah, that's it. It was a good day though. I feel kind of light actually. I do feel very light. After the end of that day. My mind's going like 100 miles an hour right now. And I gotta relax. I gotta get to sleep. But the podcast went really well, and I'm really happy with my new co-host for the first. Like, it was nice he actually could carry the times where I felt like it was getting a little off, and I was monopolizing a conversation, and then I just said, "Hey," and then he took over, like, just like that. So, and the people that we were talking with were interesting, amazing. I hope this year goes the way that I hope, if not a little bit better, because I can feel like things are starting to compound. I believe it, at least. I believe that things are starting to compound because I'm sacrificing a lot of my freedom to try and pursue these things. And I finally am starting to see signs of it working. Those 6 months of that monkhood last night is going to be, or not last night, 6 months last year of that monkhood, it's going to be a massive inflection point in my life. I believe it's going to completely it's already started to completely change the trajectory of my life. Anyways, I don't want to rant. I gotta get to sleep. It's 11:06, and I gotta meditate. Hopefully, be in bed for about 11:30. Get 6 hours of sleep. But thank you all for tuning in. If you aren't, then you're missing out as always. Toodles wherever you are, nights or days.